culpable. Hence the admission by the state that there needs to be compensation, and not taken through the judiciary, the courts of law. Would it be enough going forward for them to continue with their acts, shooting people, and the government will compensate?
You know, Fred, you portray the police as if they walk out in the morning with their guns, are trigger happy to kill anybody in the streets. And none of us here is a career police officer trained in how to enforce the law and deal with them. None of us. And the moment you bring violence to the country, you definitely will meet with the police. I think what the country intends to do is to bring a closure to the ugly chapters of violence and loss of lives. And I would like to correct you. You cannot say police brutality. You know, that's a more general statement.
That's a statement even used in the...
People have died out of police brutality.
Yes, in the report by the KNUT.
We'll talk of course, those are the words of KNUT. I'm also entitled to my own opinion. We are entitled to our views
but that's
as
a constitutional
citizens. Those are victims of violence. These are victims of violence, and that the violence.
If you quote the report that was handed over to the president, the compensation is going directly to victims of police brutality. Those are the wordings there.
Now, let me proceed. If police brutality, if you're talking about justice, is being dealt with IPOA, and there are a lot of cases lined up to prosecute those who are culpable. So the route of justice is not closed.
We only have 2 cases.
The route of justice is not closed. And we cannot prosecute it here in the media space. We cannot prosecute it in our own private homes. It must be prosecuted by IPOA in a court of law.
Are you satisfied with the level with which accountability is being pursued, justice is being pursued? The fact that out of 100 plus deaths, only 2 cases are before court 2 years later?
Yeah, indeed. For those who have died, it's a fact of matter. I don't think it is human for anybody not to insist on every case and every individual having the benefit of justice. That's a right. And that is why the compensation came in. It is an important reprieve to... It cannot resurrect somebody's life. It cannot restore the suffering of those families. But I think it is important, apart from compensation, which is restorative in nature, then the route of justice also must be achieved.
Allow me to ask you one question.
And while doing that, Fred,
by identifying victims of police brutality, isn't that an admission that police did wrong by killing or maiming this victim?
And while doing that, you know, to prove that the police did wrong, you must prosecute in court, and it is IPOA to do it. So it is not very...
So why are we
cannot make simplistic statements here that the police did this wrong. We don't have that capacity.
Then why are we compensating?
The police, Fred, let us not force a position. We cannot force a position. Okay. It must be proved through proper interrogation.
Isn't it an admission of culpability,
of facts?
Yeah, that police action resulted in the maiming or killing of these people that we're now considering victims, and we are compensating them? Isn't that an admission of culpability? Then why don't we, if at all we have 2,000 victims,